mum drugged and subjected to horrific 9-hour rape ordeal by Plenty of Fish monster who wanted. A rapist who told his victim he wanted a threesome with a 10-year-old girl has been convicted of assaulting a woman he met on a dating website. Victim Christina Evans Argent was drugged by vile sex beast George Cummings, 55, who subjected her to a 9-hour sexual assault, the Daily Record reports. Cummings, who has had raped another woman years earlier, slipped drugs into her wine glass and then dressed her in a red gown and high heels as she lay unconscious. Miss Argent has warned others about the perils of internet dating, says she is sharing her story to encourage other victims of sexual assault to come forward. The pair had met through Plenty of Fish, a popular online dating app. He told his victim he wanted a threesome with a 10-year-old girl and said he would set her up as a prostitute during the attack. The rapist, from Glasgow, was convicted on Wednesday at the High Court in Glasgow of raping a 47-year-old woman in a flat in Langbank, Renfrewshire, in September 1992, and raping Christina in a flat in Oban in January 2016. His crimes were committed 23 years apart but bear chilling similarities. Cummings' first victim had her soft drinks spiked, first with amphetamine at a bar and then with cocaine in Cummings' flat in Langbank. Christina had no idea of her attacker's sick past when she met him online. She said, "He sent me a message saying he liked my profile picture and we began talking. He told me people said he looked a lot like Gordon Ramsay. I never initiated any of the conversations but he was very persistent. He asked for my address and said he wanted to meet up. He said he had just sold his flat and wanted to celebrate. When I saw him in the flesh, I thought, what have I done? I wasn't attracted to him at all. We went into my flat and he had a bottle of red wine with him. We chatted for a bit and then he went into the kitchen to pour it. I was in the front room and he came through with 2 glasses. I told him nothing would happen and that I don't sleep with people I've just met. He asked me to drink quickly and then poured his glass of wine into mine. I remember talking and at some point, he asked me to sit closer to him. The last thing I remember is trying to stand up with my head next to his chest. I wasn't feeling well and passed out until 3:25 am. Christina's next memory was waking to find herself dressed in a red dress and high-heeled shoes. She had been wearing black trousers, a black tunic top and boots before. She knew she had been drugged after spotting white powder in the bottom of her wine glass lying nearby. She said, "I went upstairs and Cummings was standing naked. He was holding a small sandwich bag which had a lot of white powder in it. He grabbed the back of my neck and forced the drug into my mouth. I tried to spit it out and told him to stop. I managed to get to the toilet and he followed me and assaulted me. I was terrified. I thought he was going to kill me. He took me into a bedroom and ordered me to put on a pair of black tights. I told him to stop but he said he liked women who were vulnerable. He ripped the tights apart and raped me. I did everything he asked me to do because I just wanted it to be okay. I just wanted it to be over so I could see my children the next morning. I was blacking out as he put his hands around my neck. At one point, he threatened to attack me with a wine bottle and I begged him to stop." Cummings continued to rape Christina repeatedly. The details of the attack are too graphic to publish. Christina added, "I'm broken by what he done. I was in terrible pain and the attack seemed to last forever. He's a vile, horrible man. I was physically sick and exhausted by what he'd done. I broke down and I cried my heart out. I was in a complete state. It was my worst nightmare come true." After she contacted police, Cummings was arrested and Christina came face to face with him at his trial. In evidence, Cummings, who described himself as a self-employed buyer of commodities and vehicles, denied ever having any more than a kiss and a cuddle with either victim. Christina said, "Thankfully the jury saw through his lies. He ruined my life but I'm no longer frightened of him. I looked at him in court and he sat whistling as if he didn't have a care in the world. He's shown no remorse for what he has done. Since the attack, I've had to move house and now suffer from post-traumatic stress and panic attacks. I'm speaking out as I don't want another woman to go through what I did. You don't know who you are meeting online. I'm convinced there are other victims of his out there, and I hope they read this and come forward. He's a predator who should be locked up for a very long time." Judge Johanna Johnson QC deferred sentence until next month for reports and remanded Cummings. She also put him on the sex offenders register.